this was, of course, the regular stamp platform, and this is the travel platform. Now, they do exactly the same thing. Same functionality, same everything, same magnetic surface, same acrylic lid that you can use any kind of solvent cleaners on. As long as you're not using acetone or mineral spirits, you can go in with your hand sanitizer. That's my cleaner of choice. But you can use any kind of inks. It's for rubber or clear. Everything is exactly the same, except there are some unique differences. And what I like about working with these two things is I do find myself that when I'm stamping cards, I tend to work on something larger because I am working on a bigger surface, right? I want to work with bigger stamps. But I do a lot of tags, and I know people that do a lot of planners and journals. They want to stamp smaller things. And let's face it, this is convenient. If you take classes or whatever, this guy is just, it's convenient. That's why we did it, for that whole portability. Thank you. So let's do a couple of rules about this. I should bring mine over. This has no markings or anything. Wow, I need to bring mine over, like mine's legit. How did you even know what side is what? You just guessed?
Yeah, well, it's a little thicker on the other side.
My gosh, I'll bring you mine. You can keep it over here. Yeah, I'm like, and it has markings that you can't see. It's all the magic of television. We'll impose those later, but yeah. Thank you.
And it has got the radio stamp, so
Thank you. All right, so this one already has a little stamp. Perfect, I'll leave that there. So the whole thing about this, let me just give you a little tip on magnets, right? Because if you haven't used a tool like this before that has these magnets, these suckers are strong, very strong magnets, and a lot of people don't realize that. And what happens is they're playing around, they click together, they're either gonna pinch you or shatter it. So I always say, think of these as fighters, right? They always wanna clash. They wanna get together, they wanna fight. Keep them in opposite corners of the ring at all times. So when you use them, they're always going to go in opposite corners, okay? They never want to meet, they don't want to talk, they don't want to work it out. They are always going to fight, okay? So when you use them, keep that in mind. So if you're going to put this in there, I pick up one at a time. I don't pick them both up because what's going to happen? And you're right in the middle of that fight, and it's not a good place to be. Anyone that's done it knows. You don't want to be there. So I pick one up, pick up the next, and you're ready to go. You are secure. When I'm done with them, see, it's easy. Just put them back in their corner. So that is my advice when it comes to working with these magnets. If you think about it, you're like, these things are gonna fight. If they get close enough, there's gonna be conflict. You're in the middle, all right? So the cool thing about it, of course, we have just the guides. I don't necessarily use that much. I just use this raised edge. I still love the fact that we have that gridded top. We have the whole idea behind rubber and clear, the fact that we can use both types of stamps for that, but it is very, very convenient when it comes to working with it. So let me put this down. We'll take a little stamp just because we can. I always like to take my stamp and decide where I want to put it first. I know some people work totally backwards than how I like to do it, but it's like I can see the paper exactly where I want to put an image. This is a blank piece, so it doesn't really matter. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the platform, and I'll put it over this white area that you can see, the thing about the platform, it has a mark for rubber and a mark for clear because it works with both rubber stamps and clear stamps. And all you need to do is read the word of the kind of stamp you're using. So I'm going to use rubber. So now that I read the word, I stand this straight up, it goes into this channel, and it pivots. Because people say, now on the platform, is there a top or a bottom or this? It's two parts of a platform. There is a top part of your platform and a bottom part of your platform. You need both of them to work. And this pivoting rod, it's not a hinge, it's a rod that actually pivots. So sometimes people go to use it and they just want to open it this much and they try to take this off and it's like, oh, the thing doesn't come off, it snaps. It's like, it does. If you just stand it straight up, it's designed to lift, okay? It doesn't come out at an angle. So all I'm going to do is close this up. That's going to transfer that stamp there. And then I can go in and use ink. And when we ink, I love that I can ink proper, ink with purpose, right? Not doing this. I don't have to worry about this caving in or collapsing. I can really go in with purpose and add my ink. And then I can just go in. Well, where do I do with my other one? It's got to be stuck to me. Yeah, I'm like, it's stuck to me. Story of my life. Yeah. All right, just going to go in, lift this up, take a look at it, done. I wish it didn't work out so I could show you that I could do it again, but I'll show you some other things that we can do. So, back to their corners. Let's just take a tag. Mayor of Tag Town right here. All right. Let's go in and we'll just take a stamp. Let's do this. And I've done watercolor. There's a lot of great videos, but let's just talk about that. Now see, that would normally freak you out, but you're going back. My stamp started there. So here I am going to just lightly swipe my ink. And I would do this with different colors of ink pads just to show you. It's a great way to use a stamping tool. So I stamped in a very subtle color. Now I'm going to go in with that same ink, and now I'm just going to ink up parts of that. Well, let's go in again. And now I'm going to go in and just ink that flower again. And there, and stamp it again. And what you're able to do is really start creating depth from a single color just by repeatedly stamping it just in select areas, kind of shrinking it down. So if you were doing this with blues or pinks or yellows, you're really able to get an image that has more depth, right? We've got that rose that's really popped right there in the front and the background. And some people would never think to do that because you would think every time, oh, I've got to really go for it. No, the beauty of this is that I can swipe my ink, get that really soft background look, but now I can really highlight those two flowers, so when I color them, they look like you've cut them out and popped them up on the page. But you didn't. You just decided to use your ink and your platform for a whole reason. Great tools, and I think that the more you kind of use these tools for what they're designed to do, you know, a lot of people are just saying, oh, this is the mistake tool, like it's gonna make sure I don't screw up. Yeah, it'll do that too, but I like the fact that even if you know how to stamp and you stamp every time, playing around with your different levels of ink, you know, getting the ability to stamp detailed images on textured paper, that's what I love about the platform. And just the fact that it's travel, it's great.